All right, guys, welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show, episode 5 here on Movies with Bob. I'm in love with the show. The last episode was way too short. This one's back to 24 minutes or so. I have no idea what's going to happen on this episode. I'm excited. It's called Glass Houses. I'm assuming it's going to be related to the expression, those in glass houses don't throw stones. But with this show, you have no idea. And with Carl Pilkington, it could... I don't know what the hell it's going to be about, but let's get into it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. An Idiot Abroad reaction. Season 1, Episode 1 is coming this week. And as well as 500 Days of Summer. The movie, if you haven't seen it, we'll have a reaction for that soon as well. But let's get into the video now. I'll stop talking. I'm already pumped for the All Right from Carl Pilkington. All right?
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This is one of them.
Testing. Is that all right?
Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant.
Hello.
And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
All right. There it is. That will never get old for me for some reason. All right.
We've got a little email straight away, Carl, from Nikki in Beverly Hills, California. She says, Carl, you rock. I hate it when Ricky and Steve ridicule you. I checked out your picture. Although your head is not normal, that's no reason to ridicule you. You look gimp, but I never judge a book by the cover.
Cheers.
That's not what you've got to say.
This is a backhanded compliment.
I've got no hair though, isn't it? That's why it gives that effect.
No, it's perfectly round your head. It's perfectly spherical head. Your face is slightly too big for it. It almost goes over the sides. Perfectly round head. Pug little nose, funny gimp eyes with no expression, hangdog look, like a little mouth, like a little lamprey, not formed, not human formed. The way your expression is like you've had a lobotomy. Your head goes weird at the back. It's got a little nod in it, like it's really strange. Your face and your stupid.
We've had a lot of emails saying that.
Tell us how you really felt, Ricky. Jesus.
I mean, I think he's just paraphrasing, but
That was brutal.
Talking of emails, a couple of I can't remember which show it was, but you mentioned, Carl, that you'd only recently seen a Chinese homeless person.
Oh yeah.
And it really surprised you because you'd never seen a Chinese homeless person.
And I actually went along with that. I've still never seen a Chinese homeless person.
Well, now I can just tell you.
There are tons of Chinese homeless people in Quincy, in Massachusetts, in Boston, Southie, Dorchester. They're all over the place. I guess not in England.
Now that there's a few responses from Los Angeles, people saying there are quite a lot of Chinese homeless people over there because apparently there's a huge homeless community in Los Angeles. So
well, this is also from 20 years ago, whenever the show was filmed.
We've had one from Vancouver, Canada, from a girl called Amy, and Amy herself is Chinese, and she says that she realised herself that she'd never really seen a Chinese homeless person, and although she says that apparently Vancouver has the first or second largest Chinese population in Canada, she'd never seen them, and she actually went for a walk around the Chinatown in her area looking for
Honk
them,
if you're
and
Chinese
she
and
could not find
homeless.
any on that particular day. So again, Canada obviously not a place to go for a Chinese homeless.
It was just a point though. I don't want people sort of...
Well, hold on though. Wait, I'll stop you there. Hello, Ricky, Steve and Carl. I live in New York City and have seen a Chinese homeless person. Not only is he Chinese, but he is also a midget.
Wow.
He's been living on the streets for the last 30 years.
It's like winning the
He
lottery.
used to dress in rags, but thanks to a coat drive, he's now wearing a fancy Adidas jacket, right? Now he encloses a picture. He says he gave him $10 to take the picture. And I've seen it, and he's a little Chinese midget fella.
I'm just getting a bit worried that people are going out there.
It's
sort of
dangerous.
Looking for these. because you know.
Well, that's what
anything
you
could-
requested.
No. But all I was saying is, I saw one. I didn't start saying, "Excuse me, can you just give us a smile? I'm taking your picture."
Right.
You know
We've
what I
had
mean?
loads of pictures of people.
I know, and it worries me a little bit. And I mean, it's not too bad about the one who took one of the little midget one, because you know, if he kicked off, it'd be quite easy to sort of hold him back. But I'm talking about fully grown.
So is that your warning to people? Don't be taking pictures of fully grown Chinese homeless.
Well, yeah.
Only
I'm just
midgets.
saying, you know, don't be messing
Or
about
little
going
people,
up to
excuse me.
strangers and that, and annoying them and stuff, right? Maybe.
Well, I
If
think
that's
a
the
good rule
proper
of thumb,
term,
Don't
I
annoy
don't
them. But I mean, but that is a hell of a sighting, isn't it? We asked for a Chinese homeless, and they gave us a Chinese midget homeless.
Many of the
I could
listeners
just
are
walk
aware,
down the
Carl, that
street.
We're sort of fascinated by smaller people.
Well, he's fascinated by difference, I think.
Yes.
I don't think he's having a go at people. You're not having,
Never having a go.
when you sort of stare at someone because they don't look like you, and let's face it, most people don't look like you. You're not having a go, are you?
Well, it's like
You-
I say, first time I saw Steve, I was never having a go. It was just, oh, that's different.
Steve is a bit
Like, you know,
tall and
never
lanky
having
and
a
weird
go.
looking.
It's just that thing of
I will give him that.
interesting.
What do you mean?
No, just you know, I've said before about I've got used to it, and
Steve
it's the
got
same.
used to it. What do you?
well, you know my feeling with this. I don't really know where he's coming
but-
from.
Oh, is he
Steve knows about
sensitive
having a
about
go.
it?
Yeah.
Carl used to
Steve's
carry around
sensitive
a book
about it, but
that was
gives
called
Carl
the
shit
Top
all the time.
50 freaks of all time.
Well, it's interesting you should mention that because we actually had an email from Richie who says that he's been a fan of ours for many years and he's listened to lots of the radio shows we've done in the past and things. And he says of all the people you've discussed, Carl, in the past, including some of the people from your odd magazines, who would you most like to spend the day with of all those people that you've encountered?
Favorite of all.
Well, certainly who you would want to spend time with, who you feel would be the most fascinating, the most interesting. You know, I mean, let's just recap on
Well, there's
some of the...
Pillow Man, the bloke with no arms, no legs that can roll a cigarette with his mouth.
Yeah.
No, not impressed with him.
That's not
What
sufficient.
about
Get
the three
boring
legged
after a
gentleman?
while.
So hang on, let's just recap. This was a man with 3 legs?
3 legs, right?
Right.
And he said his job, he became a juggler,
Okay.
not using the gift that he'd been given.
What you suggest?
Anything, running, swimming.
This is
You know,
very good point.
But yeah,
What
what,
else
what
was
are the
there?
others? What are the other ones?
There was a picture of a gentleman.
It's almost like an act of
who used to
rebellion.
play the piano
Oh, he's
well.
got a tiny head, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's that. That's the one who he sort of ages fast.
Right.
So like every other week he's having a birthday and stuff.
It's not literally, Carl.
yeah, that
They
was
don't
weird.
actually have birthdays for him every 2
He's
weeks.
not having a birthday every other week. His body's just aged, so as the appearance,
brilliant.
His biology is sort of like he's 70, but he's only like 15. He doesn't. They don't have a birthday every week. You idiot.
But yeah, I don't know about knocking about with one a long time though. That's
Only for a day.
suppose it depends what I'm up to. Because
Can never
you
just
know,
give a
if we
straight
get out
answer
about
on
Pillow
anything.
Man would just be a bit of a drag. Whereas
Whereas if you're going for a walk across, the 3-legged guy, ideal.
so yeah.
Well,
Lots
at
and
least you
lots
got
of
an
people
answer,
emailing
kind of.
Just with questions for Carl. Just a couple of quick ones for you, Carl. Wendy says, if Carl had to eat the same dinner every day for the rest of his life, what would he eat?
You see, it depends, doesn't it? I mainly eat just so I keep going. I'm not that bothered about because I don't really taste it anyway. I just shove it down.
What the fuck?
What, are you
It's
like
like
a
a-
horse?
I mean, to be honest, it annoys me the way people worry about food now and how there's so much to choose from. I think it's got out of hand. I'll watch.
Any form of choice really worries you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Any form of choice really screws Carl up, but he's got a good point. Like if you go to a restaurant now, a menu used to be 2 pages, now it's like 38. So he's right there, but he just hates any kind of choice, which makes his point moot.
Worries you, doesn't it?
No,
You
it's
don't
just-
like choice.
No, choice is good, but not too much. It's like with anything now. If you go into a
That's a good point.
toffee shop, there's like loads of
Sorry?
different.
What the hell's a toffee
Where
shop?
are you going to find a toffee
So
shop?
you're in a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like a
yeah,
candy
you're
shop?
in a Dickens tale in the 19th century.
You're in Shrek. And
Yeah, and you go into a toffee shop. What are you
what's your
talking
point? You go
about?
into a toffee shop.
What I'm saying, you go into a shop.
The fuck is a
Just
toffee
come from
shop?
the candlestick maker.
Right? You go in there and there's just too much choice. It's like what, and I can stand there up to like 4 minutes, sort of going.
Up to
Yeah.
4 minutes.
So specific.
4
So
minutes.
he's in a toffee shop in a top hat.
Well, he's only got 4 minutes. He's only got 4 minutes because he's got to get down to the pea green boat. that he's saving off it.
No,
Good
but,
morrow.
well, forget the toffees.
Could I
then.
have some of your finest Oxfordshire toffees?
So you'd prefer it was just one selection of toffee? That's all they've got.
Well, maybe 2.
Oh, you got to get like
What I'm
5 to
saying is,
10, but
like,
once you
there's
get to
now too much
25,
choice. Whenever you get a menu in a restaurant, it's not like you don't just go, oh right, what is the? Yeah, I'll have that. There's too much. It's like a book, isn't it? And you look at it all, and then you've got to that point now that people are even taking a risk when they're eating.
What do you mean?
You know, in Japan or China or something, they're eating that fish that if it's not cooked right, it can kill you. Right? Not worth
Fuck
the risk.
that.
There's so many other fish.
Yeah, I agree. Why
Have mackerel, have a bit of cod or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as there's a risk, take it off. Take it off
I
the menu.
agree. I totally agree.
Not worth it.
We've got a fish that might or might not kill you.
Oh, the burger.
Is there anything that definitely won't kill you? Yeah, but a chicken won't kill you.
I'll play safe then. I'll have that.
I love that. I love the chicken.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a good point. Again, Carl
But anyway, we were talking.
is on a
about
roll.
that, I don't think anyway.
Okay.
Suzanne.
You're
does
never
me-
going to understand it fully, are you?
Suzanne repairs me stuff anyway. It doesn't really matter. But what about the one? In greenhouses and that? Isn't that
People who
some
live in
one?
glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Well, I'm intrigued to know if
Greenhouses.
he's fully got to grips with this. Just
Okay.
give us your explanation again of what you take that to mean.
Well, just don't be chucking stuff about. Really?
So, well, if that was it, they just say that.
No, but that
That's
saying's
not
been
what-
around a lot longer than we think. That's when people probably did live in basic glass houses and stuff.
No, what
they mean now-
Who has ever lived in a glass house?
So this
Oh,
when
man.
cavemen went from rock to a nice crystal structure.
His mind, his brain.
What are you talking about?
It's
Why do
fascinating.
people live in
Well,
glass
no, what
houses?
they mean now, when that saying's used now, they mean sort of, plasma tellies, ornaments.
No, they don't.
They're saying don't chuck stuff about because
No,
you'll
they
break
don't.
it.
No,
it's
I
not
don't.
about damaging your own property.
They don't mean you're inside the glass house throwing rocks inside your own glass.
I don't think he
It's a
gets the
metaphor.
concept of a metaphor.
What is an analogy?
Oh, God.
It's sort of like a little story told quickly. Isn't it?
It's a
It is,
little
though, isn't it?
story
Sure.
told quickly. To what
Sure.
end?
Well, it depends what the story is. You see, I just prefer sort of, what you say is what you mean. So people who live in a glass house have to answer the door.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, because you can see through. Because you can see.
because-
You may be a genius because I don't get that. People who live in glass houses have to answer the door.
Okay, let's hear his explanation.
Because the people knocking at the door will be able to see you because it's a glass house.
But you
Right.
have to add a number of other things, other caveats. Surely, if you live in a glass house, don't walk around naked.
Yeah.
If you live in it,
These are literal.
but just the idea that in your head there should be sayings for people who live in glass houses. Who is it that's living in a glass
No,
house?
well, I'm not talking about them. It's just that if everyone else is bringing up about these people who are living in glass houses.
Oh, man. He
let's-
really
let's get
doesn't
to real
understand the
problems
meta.
we've got.
Still hasn't got
The
to
real
grips with
problem.
The idea of the
No, but it's-
metaphor or the simile.
Well, here's another saying, right, that I learnt recently from a mate, right? Well, there's an elephant in the room.
Okay, I haven't heard that one, but explain it to me.
It's like how, whenever we go out for something to eat or a drink or something, it's normally after about 5 minutes, the sort of topic gets onto the shape of my head.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
The
it's
elephant in the
interesting
room.
Now, like, I'm the elephant.
Because
in the
everybody
room, right?
notices it.
Nobody's talking about it. You mention it once, suddenly it's the talk of the town. It's what I mean. Everybody starts joining in, going, "Well, yeah, it's round, but it does suit you." And these are people who I don't even know sometimes, and they're all dipping in.
Larry King and
And
Barack
that
Obama.
is an elephant in a room.
So you don't want people to discuss the shape of your head or the lack of hair. You would
Um,
feel better. You would feel happier that they didn't mention that.
Sometimes I think it's better that it's out there. It's made me a stronger person, though. It's the same way, we were talking about religion and that.
It's a nice
Samson
perspective to
Delilah,
have on it.
He got weaker without hair, whereas with me, I think it's made me stronger.
But would you ever wear a wig?
Not really.
What
I
was
mean,
a long wig like Samson?
well, the only time I wanted a wig was when I did jury duty once, wasn't it? And it was annoying that I was sat on the jury right in front of like these criminals, right? Everybody else has got disguises. The judges have them wigs on. Right?
That's not disguise.
It is a disguise. That's a disguise. That's why.
Oh, it
judges wear
isn't.
them, right? So
No.
Oh, my
Why
God.
do they print their name
Yeah.
in the paper and have a picture? What do you mean it's a
oh,
disguise?
it's a
Just
disguise.
be like
No,
Judge
it
number
was
47 if
disguise.
it was
They'd
a
go in with one of
disguise.
those, glasses with a nose and a beard attached if it was a disguise. All judges would look like Groucho Marx if it was a disguise.
Well, I'm just saying that's what annoyed me when I was sat there on the front row, right? I couldn't have been any closer to the criminals, and that, right? I was sat there, and I thought, why didn't I just pop a little wig on or a pair of glasses?
I've just seen you in the front row at Crown Court.
No, because
I'd love to see it because in this country you're not allowed to show pictures of jurors. You can't take photos in a courtroom, so there's always these sketch artists. that
Oh
draw
my God.
drawings, and it's on the news. The idea that we'd have seen 11 people and a sort of Krusty the Clown figure would have been amazing.
Yeah, I would love to see the artist doing a view because it would be like complicated people. Oh, Harry looks into characterful, and then just a little round head.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown sitting on the end.
Carl, you said that your New Year's resolution was that you were going to
I
learn.
can't believe he
something.
thought the judges would wear in disguises.
yeah,
Have you learned anything today?
if I can. Today,
The-
like, I don't know the full facts of it, but
Could I just say
Of course you
that
don't.
when someone says they learn something new every day, that doesn't count if they forget it the next day.
no.
Because that would be Groundhog Day learning.
Well, the thing I learnt today.
Yeah, he's supposed to
was
retain
about
it.
An octopus.
Oh,
Go on.
What they can do is, you know, they've got 8 legs and that.
Yeah.
They can
Tentacles.
They can use 6 of them legs to cover their head, so they look like a little stone. And use the other 2 to run off. Right? But that's,
He's thinking of Squidly Diddy.
Yeah, it's a Disney image in his head, isn't
He's
it?
thinking
They're
of
pink.
but anyway, but anyway, that's you know
So
that's
it's
not the
Pink
main
singing
thing.
a song in your mind and running off, yeah.
No, but anyway, but something else I learnt, right? It's mainly about animals and that because that's
Yeah.
normally quite interesting.
Yeah.
There's a chicken somewhere,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and the,
Specific.
and the owner of it was getting fed up because, you know, he had to feed it and that, but it wasn't.
Embellishment,
it wasn't-
embellishment,
it wasn't-
guesswork.
No, come on, let's hear it.
It wasn't giving anything back.
No eggs.
No eggs, right? So he was like, oh, I'm sick of this. Anyway, someone told him, pop a little axe next to its little house, right? So when it comes out in the morning thinking, oh, I'll have another lazy day doing nothing, right?
Oh my
He saw
God.
this axe, and suddenly it was like, oh, right?
I'm
Next
for the
day,
chocolate thought, yeah.
it laid about 6 eggs.
Rubbish.
Through
Squeezed
worry.
them out.
It's rubbish.
Quick.
A chicken wouldn't recognise an
He personifies everything. As if a chicken would look at an axe and be like, holy shit, I gotta get my my act together here, I'm gonna get my head chopped off. He personifies everything. It's brilliant. Oops.
axe as a threat. It wouldn't be able to reason that I better start working or I'll be
Right.
meat. I better start. It's absolute rubbish. Once again, it's this ridiculous thing you got that one personifying animals.
Yeah.
To reasoning powers. Better than yours. I mean, I think you make chickens and monkeys cleverer than you in your stories, which is weird. It didn't happen and wouldn't work. Next,
That's-
what else haven't you learned today?
Do you think then that it's worth looking after animals then if there isn't any memory? If they don't know what's happening anyway, you're always going on about don't be cruel to things.
Why would you ever want to be cruel to an animal, whether it can reason or not?
No. I mean, I don't mean really cruel, but I mean like there's an advert on that's on in the in Britain, advertising some supermarket, right? And it's saying, we look at before we kill our chickens and what have you. They have a great life. This is
Yeah.
like the voiceover, and you see happy chicken,
Yeah.
and it's going. We give it a good little house to live in. It's got straw.
Yeah.
It eats good.
Yeah.
And then we kill it. Right?
Yes, well that's better, isn't it?
Well, no, I don't think it is though, is it? Because at the end of the day, if I was that chicken, right? I'm that chicken.
He's gonna
loving
put
life,
himself
have a
in
little
it.
Look, right? It's got its nice little field that it's working on.
Yeah.
It's got its nice food and everything. But it's gonna die.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
But then, if you were like a rubbish chicken, that would like a rubbish life, you'd be going, oh, kill me.
Carl, they're not thinking what's gonna happen tomorrow.
They don't know that they're gonna get for the chop, are they?
They don't understand the
Chicken's not
concept of a
I'm fed
farm.
up with this. I can't wait for that axe to be used on my neck.
Yeah. Well, that's another. Now you've mentioned the cutting off of an head, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Chicken.
God.
That's something else I've learned, right?
It's like a pinball, is mine.
Amazing.
Isn't it? Ding dong, bong, dang, ding, ding, da, da. Oh, head, ding, ding, chicken, head off, bing, doing.
No, right, but this was in a proper science magazine as well. Right?
Yeah.
So you can't have a go. This wasn't something on the internet. This was printed in
So?
a magazine.
Oh wow.
You read it,
Okay, and what was it?
and here comes the filter. It's going to come out nonsense.
Right, well-
you could have Professor Stephen Hawking sitting there whispering stuff in your ear, and it could all be true. But when you said it, gobbledygook.
Well, let's see then. Let's see, right? This what they've done.
I
They've
can't
done
wait.
another experiment, right?
Yeah.
They've cut somebody's head off, right? And they've worked out that when the
I'm
head
already-
comes off the body,
I'm already out.
it stays alive and that
No.
for 30 seconds.
Well, no, they don't know.
They
that.
did an
They never know
experiment cutting
No,
off
they
a
did it.
human's
They did
head.
This experiment.
What's alive?
The
What's
head.
alive? But there's loads of issues here. One, no one's experimenting with human beings cutting their head off, Carl.
Exactly.
Two, no.
So you read
No.
this in what? Executioner's Monthly?
This
Yeah,
is
no, two, Carl. It's what your definition of alive is, because you can be alive and have no conscience.
No, but this is where it gets weird, right?
Yeah,
I haven't told you that.
this is where it gets weird. You talking about it?
So the head's off,
Yeah.
right? And what they did was they chucked a load.
It's
of
so
questions
ridiculous.
at it.
All sanctioned by the government.
Yeah,
Of course.
So the head lands perfectly on the neck and goes, "What do you want to know?"
And it said,
So they're asking questions, and it's going, "Do you know what? To be quite honest, I don't answer your question. I'm a little bit annoyed about the execution still."
well, that was the interesting thing. They said it's about.
No, it's not. It didn't happen, Carl.
me hear it.
Oh, don't talk
Let me
shit.
hear it.
What are you talking about? Who? These people around in white coats going, "Quick, ask it a question. It's bleeding."
Right, so they said for about 25 to 30 seconds. The last
That's
5
ridiculous.
seconds, it is sort of like can't be bothered answering them.
Right, prior to that.
But,
Prior to that.
apart
Had
apart
enough.
from that, they were chucking stuff. I don't think it spoke. I don't think it was like 2 and 2 4 and stuff. It was more. It was to do with blinking.
So blink once if you say yes, blink twice.
So I told it, said, listen, when you die, you're probably not going to be able to talk because your jaw's going to be on the ground. You're not going to be able to open your mouth. If you do, you'll fall over backwards and hit your head. Now listen, blink 1 for yes and 2 for no. Yeah, right. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, is the axe nice and sharp? Yeah.
Promise?
You're
Do you
talking
promise?
shit again.
You promise to do it? Yes. All
Yeah,
right.
well, yeah. The thing is, they wouldn't be able to do it with you because if they cut your head off, it would just roll. It would roll away because it's perfectly spherical. They would go, "Oh no, there's
Plus,
no."
it takes about 20 seconds whenever you ask Carl anything for the question to process and for him to
Could be a waste of time.
Carl, it's what.
Just the idea that he believes that there's an active experiment printed in a scientific magazine that they're chopping off human heads and asking questions to it is ridiculous, but it's Carl.
It's what we've all been waiting for. Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right. Well, this one sent in from Sam in New York, right? And it's about a fire that happened, right? In a really, do you know, like in New York, they have loads of big buildings, don't they?
I'm already.
Right, really, really tall ones and stuff.
Skyscrapers.
Yeah. And there was a fire in one of them, right? So they did as expected. They called up, fire brigade and that.
Right.
They turned up, right?
Right.
Fire engine parked up. It's like, right, where's the fire? And they said, oh, it's on like floor 100 or whatever. And they said, oh no, we've brought the fire engine with the short ladders,
Stupid mistake, but go on.
right?
What an
anyway,
oversight.
So they said, well, how are we going to get up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't.
But they've only brought the short ladder.
No, we can't.
Just
Go on.
step
Okay,
ladder.
that was monkey news.
So they said, well, there's a lot of like grippage.
Because they made up words. The fireman, yeah.
I have to hear that again. I'm sorry. Grippage?
No, we can't. Let's go home.
Yeah,
Okay,
forget
that
it.
was monkey news.
So they said, well, there's a lot of like grippage.
Because they made up words. The fireman, yeah. The NYPD fireman.
It's a lot of grippage.
On the side of the building and stuff. So anyway, they said, why don't we just go and get a monkey, right? So they got
Grippage.
Oh, that's a bit of a jump.
is
They
that
just-
Oh, sorry,
So
what?
why don't we just go and get a monkey, right? So they got
What?
They got a monkey.
No. They don't have tall enough ladders. Let's go get a monkey.
In the New York Fire Department.
Well, you've got to think quick, haven't you? At the end of the day, if people are up there, you don't start querying if it work or not. You try everything that you can to help someone out, right?
That's the first thing I thought of. Was it a monkey?
So it was quicker for them to go and get a monkey than to go back and get the long ladders.
Why don't they get
Okay,
Why don't they get Spider-Man?
Yeah, of course.
Where was the monkey?
Call Spider-Man.
So anyway, so they got a monkey down there, and they said, right, well,
Where did they get it from?
we don't know, from the local zoo or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So they said, look, let's we've got
Just a random monkey.
There could be someone up there,
Right.
and it'll shock them a bit if a monkey comes
Yeah.
in. Right?
Yeah.
So they said,
Yeah, I don't think I'd care.
get it.
If their building's on fire, they're not going to go, oh, it's weird, there's a monkey at the window. They'll be screaming, save me! Oh, there's a monkey.
So,
Where are you from then?
so they said, right, we'll just get it a little small uniform and that, the smallest you can.
Why?
But, whoa, hold on though. Actually, where are you going to get that? I'm going back to the station. We'll get the long ladders while you're there.
No time.
No time. No, I bought the small uniform. I just didn't bring the long
Yeah.
ladders. You're an idiot.
So anyway, he goes up there. He's got all the kit on and what. He's
Yeah.
got his little Arda on and all that. He grabs,
He's got an unbelievable
the Roswell
imagination.
little person up there. Manages to grab that.
Not
give it a
midget.
little.
Who was up there then?
It was just
Someone that was just the right size for a monkey to be
Right.
able to rescue, which is handy. Because if
Yeah.
it'd been anyone else, like a larger person or a family, we'd all be screwed.
No, I don't know about the size of it, but it's just the story saying how like it was quite a big monkey, and that it was good at breaking down doors.
Oh yeah.
It was good at climbing into small spaces and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Anyway,
But
it
it's
managed
big,
to-
so it's big enough to carry a fully grown man, but small enough to climb through a cat flap.
yeah, so
Which is handy.
So anyway, it managed to,
Did
get
it have
the
the hoofs
person.
on as well?
It got the person and everything, and now it says it. It's sort of it's on call if they ever need it again. So.
Sure, and if they ever get anywhere
Brilliant.
again and they've forgotten the long ladders, but there's plenty of grippage, they just call for Coco.
So that's this week's monkey news.
Bollocks.
I don't understand. Again, there's probably a kernel of truth to that story that a monkey maybe, I don't know. There's probably no truth to that one, but he just doesn't even think it through. Oh, yeah, they just get a monkey from the local zoo. Why wouldn't they? Just a ridiculous story, ridiculous monkey news. Just everything Carl says is ridiculous, but I love every second of it, and we'll get to episode 6 soon, and we're going to have an Idiot Abroad this week, as well as 500 Days of Summer, as I already said at the beginning of the video. So subscribe, please, and have a good one. We'll see you guys next time.